Okay, so today we have a very simple lunch. I'm bulking, which is very exciting. So right now I'm 180. I'm trying to get to 200 pounds. It's been a journey. We can see that the light is lighting, but I'm on a bulk right now. So this is my first meal of the day. I fast until about noon. I've taken some walks, but I haven't done any intensive cardio and I haven't done any lifting, right? So I'm going to give myself like 6, 8 weeks. I'm pretty lackadaisical about it. I feel like I change my fitness goals every 3 months. I kind of assess and address and progress through like what I want to do. And right now, I just want to put on some mass. So, right now, here's what we're looking like. And I've been focused on calisthenic skills. So I've been getting better at muscle ups, closer to a planche. I've been working on my mobility. I've been doing a lot of like cool calisthenic stuff. And I love how strong I've been. But aesthetically, I love how I look. But I can see I've lost a decent amount of mass. So my goal is to gain some mass while keeping my strength for November, December, January, February for the next 4 months. I'm going to run a lean bulk. So I'm about 500 to 800 calories above what I usually eat. And I'm sitting around maybe 2,700 calories to 3,100 calories just to maintain my body weight. That's not including extra boxing. That's not including like extra stuff. So right now, my goal is to hit 3,500 to 3,800 calories in a lean bulk. That's kind of like where I'm going to go. But food, you have to eat all the time. And it can get really complicated and really annoying and really fucking expensive. So I'm going to show you the very cheap way that I eat. So I basically always look at what meat is on sale. I get 2 carb sources, I get 2 vegetables, and I get 2 fruits. And I sort of eat off of that. I season everything with sauces. You can get some fresh herbs and stuff for a couple extra dollars. It really helps. But I eat the same thing like every fucking day. So this is meal number 1. It's noon. So I'm starting my first meal at noon. I'm going to eat my last meal around 8 or 9 p.m. So my first meal, I bake some chicken. So I'm going to show you some baked chicken drumsticks. I air fry them and I put them in the air fryer at 350 for 45 minutes. And then you leave them for an additional 15 minutes with no heat on. So it sucks up the juices. Season it with whatever you want. I do salt, pepper, chili flakes, rosemary, a little bit of olive oil, blah, 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 whatever seasonings I have on hand. But I use drumsticks. And the reason that I use drumsticks is even though they have a higher fat content, it doesn't really matter than chicken breast. It doesn't really matter because I'm on a bulk. And they're like exponentially cheaper. So food is really expensive for everyone right now, like everywhere. So I eat a lot. I need to be able to save money on it. Chicken, I've got carrots, I've got grapes. I eat super basic. That's okay. We don't need to worry about eating complicated. Like, I think a lot of people overcomplicate nutrition. And if you find some, I call these my holy grail meals. If you can find a holy grail meal that really works for you, just keep doing it. Like, as long as it fits within decent macros and you're getting some, like, you know, other nutrients in there, like eat a vegetable every meal, eat 2 types of fruits a day. Like as long as you're getting some shit in there, you'll be fine. I think there's a lot of pressure to like eat the right thing all the time. And for me, that barrier to entry is really hard. It makes me feel like I'm never making the right decision. And instead of worrying about it, you should just eat something because the worst meal you can eat is no fucking meal at all because then you're just gonna feel like shit. And like once you start eating and fueling your body and fueling your workouts, I can drink coffee and just be caffeinated and stoned all day. But that's really not going to help my training. And that's definitely not going to help my mental health. And hey, I am a California sober person. I love smoking weed, but like you have to have self-care besides just like numbing shit. You also have to put stuff in your body to generate goodness. So that's the end of that dad lecture. Didn't mean to go on that one, but we've got the chicken, we've got the carrots, we've got the grapes. I'm gonna cut some cucumber, and then I have my oatmeal bowl in the freezer. It was cooling, and I'll show that in a second. So I woke up this morning and I went on the beach. I went to Muscle Beach. I call them my fitness dailies. I try to wake up and like instead of immediately look at my phone, go on a walk or do yoga or do something where I'm moving my body. And since I'm right next to Muscle Beach, I go on a walk and I just hang on the bar, do a couple pull-ups, do a couple dips, sort of warm up my body, but don't do a full workout. So I did that this morning, went on a walk, filmed a bunch of stuff, and they only have giant knives. So before you clown on me, I wish I had a small, like tiny, what are they called, paring knife. I wish I had one of those, but this place only has giant knives. So, and no cutting board, which is okay. I'm sure I'll cut. I'm sure I'll get a cutting board by the end of this. But one of my favorite things to do as a kid was to sit on the counter and peel cucumbers. It stands out in my mind. And I think right now, slowing down, like slowing down to sit down and have a meal, and like slowing down is like the answer, I think, to a lot of problems. I think we need to slow the fuck down. I've been running my whole life. And now I don't have anything to run from. I'm like okay for the first time. I'm like, what do you do if your main speed is just like 100%? You take the time to cut your fucking cucumbers. That's what you do. And sit down and eat a real meal. 13-year-old me was wondering how the fuck I was going to eat, and now I get to cut cucumbers in front of you. It's crazy. I never lose my ability to be grateful. So even though it's like not the prettiest thing on the planet, just make yourself, very simple. It's like sometimes I want to cook an extravagant meal, but I have to feed myself at least 3 times a day and do the motherfucking dishes. So sometimes just like put shit on a plate, take 15 minutes to eat the food, drink a cup of tea, be present, but like don't create a huge fucking production about it. It's stressful when you do that. Unless you're enjoying cooking and enjoying the process and slowing down, your food's gonna taste how the energy that you put into it. So I love myself. I let this chicken marinate overnight. It's gonna be tangy and crispy and juicy, and these grapes are delicious, and I get to eat this organic cucumber. Like, even though it's simple food, it's very nutrient dense. And then of course we have to get our carbs. So this is 2 packets of low sugar oatmeal, and then we've got the oat bowl. So I've got 2 packets of oats, handful of raspberries and nuts and shit, or cranberries, and then the raspberries. So put this in the freezer. This is a little cool now, but this is my pre-workout meal. So chickens and shits, oats and shits. It's not like, sometimes I be making myself a full thing in this motherfucking cast iron. Sometimes I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make fucking coco ball tonight. That is it. But sometimes I'm like, just take the chicken and put it on the plate and eat something. Like, don't grab a protein bar. Eat real food. And I know that it sounds lectury when I say it, but I started eating real food again, because I go in and out of phases with my nutrition, but I started eating whole foods again, and I noticed a lot of my anxiety and a lot of my stress was because my stomach hurt and I was dysregulated because I wasn't getting the nutrients I needed. And I was training so hard, but feeding my body crap. And I just never took the moment to be like, how can I eat to love myself? Like, how can I eat to love my body? And like, sometimes that looks like eating a whole pizza from 7-Eleven, which I love. We are not going to hate on that, but sometimes it also looks like this. It's been really healing for me to like be stable enough to make my meals and be like investing in my nutrition. And even if it's basic, you start to feel really good, and you realize that your body is something that you need to love through. Even if you're eating whatever food, you need to love it. Be like, I love that I get to eat right now. Like, I love this. So that how we're gonna eat today. Like, we fucking love ourselves, and to fuel our workouts. Because this bulk, these workouts are crazy. Let's see what other chicken's warm. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so juicy. Oh, but a little bit of that. There's something light. You know, I'll be eating like a full ass meal after I work out. And speaking of, tonight, you and I gotta pull it out now. Should have pulled it out earlier. You and I are gonna have some steaks, and we're gonna have some potatoes. So we're gonna have steak, potatoes, roasted carrots. I'll make a salad, so I have a nice little salad. I'll like candy some pecans. We'll make a vinaigrette. Whoa, nice little vinaigrette. So that's what we're eating tonight. So, what's the pre-workout meal? We have dinner planned. I'll probably just eat make a chicken sandwich. But these chicken drumsticks are $5. So get yourself some chicken drumsticks. $5. Get yourself some potatoes. $2 or $3. Us, frozen veggies. You can eat off that. That's probably like what? $15 to feed a family of 3. Wouldn't be a lot of chicken, but I've been there. Can get a lot of potatoes. If you want to be conscious of not eating as much fat, you wouldn't eat the skin. Sometimes the skin's too crispy, and I'm like, bitch, I don't care that much. I ain't trying to do that. What did I put? I put a little bit of miso in the butter and olive oil mixed. I put on these. So I put like half a tablespoon of olive oil, a pat of butter, half pat of butter, and some miso, salt, pepper, chili flakes. Fire. Chili flakes were really small though. More like chili powder. This is one of my tricks to help handle the dishes. This is a dad trick. Do your dishes while you're cooking. And cook 2 meals at a time. So right now, I'm going to start my potatoes, which are going to take an hour at 400 in the air fryer. We're going to do 3 really big ones, 3 or 4. No more than that. No more than 4 of the russet. Four of these bad boys. And we're going to put it in the oven, a little bit of olive oil, 400 for an hour. While I'm taking a nap, while I'm getting ready for the gym. So I'm gonna finish eating this, take a nap for about an hour. My potatoes will be done. I'll take the potatoes out, make sure all my dishes are done. And then we're gonna go to the gym, come back, and for dinner, everything will be done but the salad and the potatoes. Well, salad and the steak. And while the steak is cooking, I'm gonna make the salad, and then we have everything all together. We don't have to wait for the potatoes. I don't have to wait for anything. So dinner is 30 minutes, and you have extra potatoes for tomorrow morning for some eggs on potato scramble. So we're thinking steps ahead. Because you gotta feed yourself more than once a day. It's annoying. At a certain point, you're like, damn, this is taking a lot of effort. Okay. Let's finish this guy in the living room, and let's take a nap.